heard the stories of how lottery winners see their lives turn for the worst after gaining riches. You surely say, that would never happen to me, but mistakes happen. And when it comes to your retirement, even the best plan can get derailed if you aren't careful. So back with us today are Gary Mattson and Laurel Stewart. The father-daughter team are with Mattson Financial, a full-service financial and retirement firm in the Grand Rapids area. They're also popular radio show hosts. And so there are a lot of moving parts when it comes to retirement. Let's break some of them down. Okay, a lot of times we do not account for how long we're going to live. People are living longer than they have in previous years.
And that's why it's so important when it comes to the income piece, because obviously retirement's all about income, is to make sure that you put a plan together so you can't outlive your money. And that's, you know, one of the buckets that we talk about, that critical income need, because we want to make sure first and foremost that that's guaranteed for your life. And then that's why we invest for the lifestyle items, because life is going to change and your plan has to be flexible too.
Sure.
And in my world, that actually is true. My mom is 95 and a half.
Right.
She gets a half.
Good for her.
Yep, so we got some longevity genes there. And that's what she says all the time. She says, I never thought I was going to live this long. I don't have friends my own age. They're all gone. I'm still living in the same area. And so her life is evolving also.
Sure. Okay, so earning plenty but not saving plenty. How crucial is it to make sure money is going into your 401k or IRA?
Where you're leaving free money. That's what we talk about. If there's any type of match from your company, you want to get that. You know, if you have a 20% match, well, that's 20% gain on your dollars right then. That would be crazy not to take advantage of that. Or if it's dollar for dollar, that's 100% gain. Plus, you're not being taxed on that. So there's tax advantages. If you don't have a a matching program, there's tax dollars that you can save by just getting involved in your 401k or IRAs right now.
Okay, not reducing risk. What are you talking about when you say you don't want to reduce risk?
Well, that's one thing, you know, if you look at a 30-year-old compared to a 50-year-old. So a 30-year-old, we have time on our side. You know, there is going to be a lot of volatility and market swings and different things. But if those negatives do happen, we have time to recover before we're going to retire. Whereas if you're 50, and you're still taking on a lot of risk and you don't have any conservative or even income planned into that, and you have a huge market loss, now you're gonna have to put out retirement maybe another 5-10 years, because you know, a negative 20% loss is not the same as then waiting a little bit and having 20% gain.
Sure. Yeah, or claiming Social Security too early. I mean, there's a lot of talk about Social Security and how dangerous that could be.
That's so huge. In fact, that's one of Laurel's pet peeves, is that she really wants to make sure that clients get that Social Security answered. So we have what we call a Social Security Optimization Report. Now, that's going to tell us what the best way is to take the maximum benefits out of the system is. But there's actually over 100 different combinations, things you can do. And let's face it, it's a one and done game. Once you set it, you can't change it. So we want to make sure that it's working the best for you. We actually had clients defer Social Security, spending down their principal in a plan, so that Social Security, when it comes in, it's so much more. And basically, they don't need, because they have some other pensions, they don't need to take anything from their portfolios. So then we're moving money from an IRA to Roth IRA and never having taxes again that they're going to pass on to their heirs. So again, very individualized plan for them. But it works for everybody the same way, making sure you get that right.
Yeah, and so you mentioned income. I mean, that comes up a lot in our conversation. It's making sure that you have money when you're in retirement. But how are you doing that?
Well, that's the number one thing about retirement. Retirement isn't how much money you've got. It's about income flow, what it's providing for you. So there's two buckets we look at, one we call the risk bucket and the guaranteed bucket. On the guaranteed side, we want to make sure your critical income need, that's the money you need every month to pay your ordinary bills, is there. So we set up 18 to 24 months of money sitting there, and then on the risk side of it, we can now adjust the portfolios depending on what's going on in the market, react to that, taking advantage of that, and then refilling that bucket every 12 months so that the market's not changing how you're taking your income. You never have losses by taking income that way, and you can react to the marketplace and take advantage of that.
I know, it sounds like having a plan is what you need to do. You know, at the beginning of this interview, we talked about the lottery winners, getting a lot of money, and then maybe not having a plan. There's an immediate switch in your lifestyle, but it really helps to really have that plan and think about how you want to live it and how to make it last for the long haul.
Yeah, and that's where, we start out with that plan, and it does have to be flexible. And we're going to meet with you at least annually, to review on things. A lot of times it's a lot more than that because we love to stay in tune with you and your family and things that are happening. But just, as an example, we had a client come in who was really fed up. She's been working because she just loves to do that, but she's had a goal of wanting to volunteer for, I think, the last 14 years. And so she came to us and said, we put a plan together in the beginning and I'm ready now. So we said, all right, Sue, we're going to make a few changes here. We're going to turn on your income flow. And now she's actually taking home more from her retirement that she put away in the beginning than she did while she was working. And she has the freedom to volunteer.
And doing something fulfilling.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's really, really neat. And so you have something that you want to offer our viewers. Can you tell us about it?
For the first 3 callers, if you've saved at least $250,000 for retirement, we'd love to invite you into the office and let's talk about your retirement plan. What do you want to do in retirement? And then we're going to help you put that plan together for you in writing, so you also have it to look at and review over for years to come.
Yeah. Sounds good. So for you at home, if you want to make sure you're doing the right things to get ready for retirement, Mattson Financial has a great offer. As we mentioned, right now for the first 3 callers that are retired or nearing retirement, they're offering a complimentary full-blown retirement plan just for you. This will allow them to sit down with you personally and provide you with a roadmap, analyzing where you are right now and discussing your best steps to really get ready for a successful retirement. A game plan to get you where you need to be. The number to call, 616-514-3831. That's 616-514-3831. Gary, Laurel, thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great to be here.
And we'll see you again next week.
Sounds good.
Great.
Yep. And we'll be right back. Don't go away.
This is 8 West.